Hey, you. Yeah, you. You here for the show? Cool. Let's go over a couple rules. First, welcome and buckle up. Second, the views and opinions expressed do not reflect the views and opinions of the station sponsors or musical affiliations. And last, but not least, if you should choose to stay, just remember, we warned you, and you're not responsible for the loss of any life, limbs, or mental stability.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
And now, broadcasting from the heart of Metro Detroit, you're listening to the Odd Pod.
Double the D's for double the fun.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
I almost was on time. Sorry, I realized I forgot to put a file in here, and I had to make sure that it played tonight. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Odd Pod, and you're listening to Tap Detroit. It should be the other way around, but fuck it. Anyways, tonight with me is Ace. He's back from his vacation.
I'm back.
And surprise, Cory showed up.
It's the Corster.
Better late than never.
Yeah.
I should say to you, Mr. 801. We have a schedule.
The show technically did start at 8. You heard the disclaimer and then the intro.
So we was on time, kinda.
We're in rare form. I want to say hi to Hootis. He's in the chat room. Good evening, sir.
Howdy, howdy.
And the rest of you listening, good evening, and thank you for joining us. Cory, it's good to see you, buddy.
I know, likewise, bud. I'm glad I was able to surprise you. I wanted to tell your wife, but I figured she'd ruin the surprise, so I didn't tell anybody.
Well, that's good.
Because there are no secrets between you. Don't laugh like that. She can hear us.
No, she
She can't hear us. We're talking into mics.
Yeah, we're talking into microphones.
Oh,
she
right.
can't hear us
You're
at all.
right.
No.
No, you're not.
Not at all.
Quiet over there.
She's actually on a spa vacation. She's not actually here. You don't hear her. That's
Yeah.
she doesn't exist.
Send
Who?
me on one of those. Okay.
I don't know.
I already did.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, I'll take her down to Jenna.
I take that.
Yeah? Fuck yeah, bud.
But
Anyways, the cartoon characters are together again.
da da da.
Da-da-da-da-da!
And trust us, we look better as cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Cory's
That's why it's my
mom.
profile pic.
Yeah, we all three got him off his profile.
Cory's mom went hard in the paint on the fucking cartoon merch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, everybody at his recent family reunion got
Got some merch,
Yeah.
did they?
Okay, so it wasn't supposed to be a family reunion.
It's what it turned into.
It turned
Slowly
into.
built and built and built.
They had
That
a
surprise
celebrity.
went off great.
They had a celebrity with merch. Everybody showed up.
I told my mom, I was like, listen, Mom, can you, like, give away your bag? Because I have two friends coming. Because, like, originally she thought it was going to be you and Ollie. To which I had to change that the day of. Because I was like, well, she's not going to give your bags to you guys.
Yeah.
You know? So I was like, well, Chris couldn't do it, but my other friend's taking me around. Dude, like 20 minutes went by. She did not realize that my cousin was my cousin. Even after she took her mask off, and I had to, like, force things. You took the audio clip.
But yeah, I've got the video saved. I haven't run it through. So Cory sent me the video of his mom realizing that his cousin was his cousin.
And not my friend.
Oh,
okay.
The video is great, okay? Because she's talking to Cory. It's very obvious she's talking to Cory, and the woman comes walking up and just stands right next to her. And as she's talking to Cory, she notices that another person is there, so the conversation that she's having with Cory, she naturally turns to start including the other person, and the look and the realization, the wheels turning. And then she lets out this scream. And it's a great scream. Had I known we'd been talking about this, I would have, yeah. So it was absolutely wonderful. I would like to say hello to our 2 new people in the chat. I hate the rain and Cory's mom's boyfriend.
Oh, what's up, Tim? I think he clicked the link.
Cory's mom's boyfriend.
Disclaimer, it's not her actual boyfriend.
Whatever.
It's just a gentleman of the night.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Do you forget the story we told you of what we had to do after my mom passed? Is that we had to call all the men that she was... yeah.
Well, this one I work with, so I mean, it's 2 birds, 1 stone with a call.
It's real strange to call your mom's dick appointment to let them know she's passed.
She won't be making it.
You're going to have to clear parts of your calendar, bud. So we got a bunch of stuff to talk about tonight, but apparently there was some turmoil over in Ace's world. So,
yeah. Well, here's what's going down is come back from vacation, rewound, recharge, ready to hit it again. Well, I'm living in a house that was built in the early 1900s, and I've always said it's like a Jenga pile held together with bubble gum and Band-Aids. You don't touch anything unless you absolutely have to because it starts a chain reaction of shit. The story never got told on the radio, but I told you I had a drippy faucet. The drippy faucet...
That happens with age.
Yeah. Yeah. But it needed to be replaced. So we get under the sink, and there's no shut-off for the faucet, so we got to shut the main off. So we shut the main off. We replace the faucet. We get that put back together. We go to turn the main on, and the main breaks. Can't turn the water on. So now we got to call the city and get it shut off at the road. And then we get it shut off at the road, and they can't get the key on it. They can't shut it off at the road. Finally, after an hour of dicking with it, he gets it shut off. Then I had to call a plumber in. Plumber had to come in and change the 2 main valves at the water meter, which that cost me $650, plus the city charged me to come and turn on and off the water. So a drippy faucet that would cost most people about $50 ended up costing me just short of $1,000.
Holy crap.
So this is what I'm dealing with at this house. So this morning, I get up, I see my wife off to work. She goes to work.
You should, on your phone, since you're going to be on it most of the show anyways, join the chat room.
Okay.
So anyway, I get up this morning, see her off to work. I'm debating, go back to bed. I know I got a cousin coming over about 10, 11 o'clock. I'm going to grab a quick nap, and when she calls, I'll get up. So I go lay down in the bed, and I wasn't in the bed for about maybe 40 minutes, just long enough to fall asleep. Phone rings. It was my cousin. Oh, I'm running early. You got time? I'm going to stop by. You up? Yeah, I'm up. Not up. I'm just barely awake. I go trotting through the house, headed for the bathroom, as you do when you first wake up. And as I walk into my bathroom, as best as I could figure at the time, a 500-pound gorilla was standing on the back of my toilet and jumped on my back and drove me right into the floor. Because I was walking, and then I experienced a large amount of pain, and I realized I was face down on the floor. And I was like, what just happened? What had just happened is I had fell through my bathroom floor. A hole about that big opened up next to my toilet just as you walk through the door, and I fell in it. Yeah, I stepped, and I went right into the... Poof! It just my torso was in the bathroom. The rest of me was under the house.
Good thing you didn't have a basement.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd have been really hurt.
But it was tall enough crawl that my feet really didn't touch anything down there, so I was like, scrambling, trying to get out of the hole. But yeah, henceforth, tomorrow's going to be a whole new nightmare.
So you have to replace your bathroom floor.
Yeah, well, I get to instruct 2 women and my son on how to replace my floor. Because none of them ever did it before, and I can't do it, so I'll have to guide them through it. So yes,
what caused you to fall through? Was it just old?
After I got to examining the floor, evidently the wax ring on the toilet's been leaking for quite a while, and it has just soaked up that floor, and it just rotted it away. And being the heaviest one in the house, guess who got to find out?
Ugh.
But that's a rude awakening from rubbing your eye to I'm on the floor and I don't know what just happened.
I haven't even had coffee yet. Come on.
I haven't even had coffee yet. But, yeah, that was my fun adventure this morning.
That was today. And you're still at the show.
Yeah, I still showed up.
You probably had to leave that house.
When I had to step over a hole to take a shower to come to the show. There's a cold breeze coming up through that hole.
Let's hope nothing else comes up there.
That's what I was thinking.
I want to know how you told your wife.
I said, honey, guess what you're doing tomorrow? She said, what? I said, fixing the hole in the bathroom floor. She said, what hole in the bathroom floor? I said, the one that I just fell through.
Funny story.
That's how, yeah, she's at work going, oh, great. And, of course, she's on call this weekend.
So you couldn't fix it enough to make it look like somebody else broke it.
Well, I was going to put a towel over it, but I didn't think that was a good idea.
That's my move. What'd you do?
Just put the little tiles back in place over nothing.
And wait.
Yeah. But yeah, it was dangling there like a trap door. I was like,
That's a very rude awakening.
Oh, yeah.
I applaud your gumption to still come do the show. You could have messaged me and been like, hey, I fell through my bathroom floor today. Gotta pass.
That would have ruined my surprise, though, if you did that. I would have told him I was going to be here.
Well, see, I saved the surprise.
You got one of your own and saved one.
You know, if you weren't having the show tonight when you made that joke about me calling off work to play a video game, I was going to pretend to call off work to play a video game, but I was like, no, I got to surprise him. Like,
so this week has brought us our own calamity.
it's me.
We got food poisoning from Pizza Hut.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut. No, that's always a
50-50 I stopped ordering from them when they sent their call service to India to make an order. Like, you're just trying to order pizza, you get connected to India. They're like, we do not deliver to you. I'm like, I'm a block away, dude. Like, I know you do. And they're like, well, let me connect you to the store. I was like, who the fuck have I been talking to the last 30, 40 minutes trying to order one goddamn pizza?
That's why I was online.
We have no pizza.
No, I've never been a big...
Sausage. I need sausage on the pizza.
I've never been a big fan of Pizza Hut to begin with because their crust, and I'm not talking about the shit that the toppings sit on, I'm talking about the actual crust at the end. It always reminded me of like styrofoam or packing peanut, like that when you bite into it, and it's just not pleasing. And if that's what the bulk of it there tastes like, it can't be good the rest of it.
Yeah. The only decent pizza in Westland pissed me off and I won't order from him anymore.
I know who you mean.
Yeah, don't say their name. Fuck them.
But I will say this. I tweeted and added them that we got food poisoning from Pizza Hut. A representative from Pizza Hut contacted me. I gave him the order information and where we ordered it from and whatnot, and someone from that Pizza Hut called and said, okay, well, how do you want to handle this? And I was like, well, what do you mean? And I was like, I'm not really interested in coupons to get more of your pizza. I'm done. You failed.
Memories.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. And I said, but I know a lot of people like make claims like this to try to get their money back and whatnot. I wouldn't mind my money back, but if all you can offer is coupons, I'll pass. I'm good. And he was like, no, I can get you your money back. And they did. They refunded the whole order.
Cool.
So
I had a problem with Domino's. They didn't send me marinara. I was like, can you just send the driver back out? You know, like I want it from a bread.
Not
I don't have no spares.
that was the one.
Eventually I call up there. I'm like, yo, where's my marinara? They're like, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you didn't order from us. I'm like, I did on this day, this time, on this day, and this day, and this day. And, you know, it got to the point where she was just like, I'm going to just refund your whole order, which she didn't. So I called back, 5 days later. I was like, hey,
it's
not
me
to
again.
be that guy, but
I'm that guy.
over 3 marinaras, she offered to send me like the whole order back, and he was like, no, I get it. I'll refund it now. So because they didn't send me like $3 worth of marinara, I got a $42 order credited. I got my money back, but it was cool.
Cory loves marinara.
I do.
Yeah.
I got Little Caesars today.
Did you?
I got
Did you get that stuffed crust that they did?
No.
That seems so gross. At some point, like, the next step is in the stuffed crust, it's going to have the cheese, the pepperoni, and the sauce. So you're going to get pizza inside of your pizza.
Buy a calzone and be done with it.
Yeah.
I used to work there.
Calzone.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. It's funny, one of the coworkers was like, are you coming back? I was like, fuck no. I said, do you know what I'm doing now? Like,
Why would I? But it was cool that they were willing to do that. Like, I hesitate to say, and put it out there that they're willing to, because I don't want people to take advantage of it. It's nice when there's a genuine issue.
The people that are douchebags are going to be douchebags.
So, also this week, it was a 1-2 punch. So Saturday, I got my second vaccine shot.
I heard that.
And by 6 o'clock that night, I felt like a big old bag of shit. And then the next day, I felt like a bag of shit that had been run over. And I slept most of Sunday. And then I woke up perfectly fine at 3 o'clock in the morning on Monday. I was like, I don't trust this. And I was right not to trust it, because after I went back to sleep, I woke up nauseous.
Nice.
And me and the toilet became good friends.
Oh, was talking to it, was you?
Yep.
About Ralph?
Yep. No, never puked.
Oh, okay. The other end.
Yeah. And just when I was starting to feel better, I wanted pizza. And
then you got food poisoning.
Yeah. I will say this. I'm glad that I got it. I got from the little restaurant up here, my place.
Right.
And I went in and I raw dogged my place. I didn't wear my mask.
Feels good, don't it?
Eh.
Oh, I search out places and makes me feel free.
Didn't care. Honestly, I haven't cared one way or another. It's just nice that if I don't think to grab it for whatever reason,
You're still safe.
Yeah.
I told you how I poisoned myself up north.
Oh, yeah. You drank water you weren't supposed to.
Oh, water.
Yeah, I made tea out of some water that was right out of the lake. And I drank about 3/4 of a glass, and I finally asked. I said, is this water okay to drink? And they was like, yeah, out of that little spigot. So I was like, uh-oh. Yeah. 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, ha! Get out of the way! Coming through.
I thought you were going to say you found some mushrooms growing, and you were like, let's do this.
No, that's your fantasy.
I'm going to call it a fantasy.
Best I did on that fantasy line was talking to the beaver at about 6 in the morning over a cup of coffee. Yeah, you had to be there. Morning coffee in a doobie, and the beaver popped up looking at me like, hey, can I hit that?
Sure, Mr. Beaver.
Yeah. Then I found out he wanted my coffee, and we weren't friends anymore.
Won't even share a cup with a beaver,
nah,
huh?
Fuck that beaver. He get his own coffee.
So, I came over to your house.
Yes, you did.
And I gave you a heads up on some of the things that we would be talking about this week.
Yeah.
And my favorite one we're going to hit, because the other one we're going to do after the break.
Okay.
But,
Not.
Huh? What? Where's? Why?
Go.
Who?
God.
Don't hear you.
No, DC pulled their fucking bullshit, and I'm loving it. So I put up a poll on Twitter, and I put up one in the Discord, and 6 people have voted on the Discord, and 9 people at my last checking of it had voted on the Twitter poll. And so I asked, when I heard that DC said heroes don't do that, and for the people that don't know what the hell we're talking about, let me explain. So
I don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Okay,
Nothing changes.
You know the cartoon Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
The new one
On
that they
HBO.
had out? Yeah. So there was a scene in an episode in season 3 that they wanted to do, and DC execs said no. Now, for the Harley Quinn cartoon is for adults, very much for adults.
And it's very good.
It is. It is very good. There was a scene where they wanted to show Batman and Catwoman having sex. Not actually show it, but allude to Batman going down on Catwoman. And DC Comics executives said that would never happen. Heroes don't do that.
Heroes don't go down on bad guys.
Well, Catwoman isn't really a bad guy, but
Anybody.
She's a naughty girl.
Yeah, just heroes don't do that.
Heroes don't do that. Batman does that. Batman. I don't know about any of the Batman does that.
So
he's Batman.
That to me is saying, okay, DC's entire male and female lineup don't do that. So me being the asshole that I am, and the reason I love using Twitter is I tagged DC and fucking Marvel, and I asked if Marvel's heroes did it.
Nice. Did they respond?
No, but that's where I put the poll.
You can't tell me that Deadpool wouldn't.
Deadpool would.
100%.
Absolutely.
So
with both men and women. He has stated as much.
What is great is this happened earlier in the week. So there's been about 6-7 days now where this has been a debate that's going on. Val Kilmer even got into the fucking discussion about it.
Because he was Batman.
Yeah, and Val Kilmer...
clearing this up. Batman does.
Val Kilmer, without coming right out and saying it, said, yeah, Batman does. And what I'm really hoping is that this becomes the new immortal argument.
I hope this lasts forever.
Well, Star Wars had the argument of whether Star Wars had the argument that whether or not Han shot first, right?
Han shot first.
Yeah, well, I mean, but you put yourself in a room with 6 other Star Wars fans, and you might get a different you might get a different opinion. I'm hoping that that's what this becomes, is that immortal argument. Do heroes do that? Don't heroes do that?
Who shot first?
Yeah.
Our chat room says that this guy's wife thinks he's a hero for doing it.
See,
To be fair.
Heroes do it.
Well, I had told Ali, I was like, well, not all heroes wear capes, but they do bring napkins.
Yeah, no capes. No capes.
No capes.
You bring napkins?
Well.
Damn it. No wonder I'm single.
Always came home without a sock.
You know too much.
No, that sock was used to kill the spider.
Oh my God.
And about 1 million Corys.
They're everywhere.
I've never left anyone speechless before, but in that moment, not a word was said.
By anyone.
I couldn't help it.
Cricket.
And then Cory just...
It's in my popcorn.
I saw a... what was it, Peter Griffin doing the popcorn trick on himself, and he's like, I still can't find it. And I was like, aw, same.
I saw on TikTok while I was scrolling through, it was a protest, an awareness. I don't know. It was a group of dudes with signs saying, make 4 inches big again. I thought of Cory.
It's actually a whole movement.
Is it?
Yeah, we're out there, bud.
They were dressed just like you are.
I
It's a short-lived movement.
know. Yeah. We're pretty
Inches.
fierce, though.
Short but fierce.
Like a cheese wheel.
Small movement.
Like an angry cheese wheel.
Also, I got hit by Facebook again.
I saw that.
Twice.
And it was for like
5 years. 5 years ago.
Post, yeah.
And it was a 5-year-old post in a group that I'm not even a part of anymore.
We ought to see my memories come up.
They're picking on you.
You know how they bring up the memories? Brought up a memory and it says this has been blocked.
You're not allowed to remember this.
You can't
You
remember
actually
this.
sent me one that you got banned for, so I posted it, and I never got banned for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course not. You're not him.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They're picking on you, bud.
Yeah, I kind of assumed.
Somebody's probably
But to
ratting
be
me out.
fair, I think I've got like the unofficial status of meme lord, and you get like extra benefits when you share memes like that. So
I'm getting really tired of you sending me. Literally, I got a message that said,
Can't hear you.
Cory has sent you 286 photos. And it's just memes from his phone, and he just spams them.
For what
Cory-
it's worth, the memes aren't for her. She's supposed to send them to our mutual friend.
Oh.
In Florida.
See, Cory and I share shit back and forth all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody shares with me because
respect
I
it.
don't respond because I don't know how.
I was like, I
I want to play too.
I was
Bleep,
surprised to
bleep,
see you
bleep.
posting pictures of your vacation. I was like, oh my god.
He had
Ann
phone,
must have
sure.
the phone.
Yeah.
No, I just had a lot of spare time.
I figured it out.
Because you weren't sharing your coffee with the beaver.
Yeah, that was just in the mornings. But yeah, I spent a lot of time on that porch. It's quiet out there. It's nice.
Where'd you go?
Up to my brother's place in Harrisville, Greenbush.
I don't remember if I shared this one with you or not, Cory.
I sent him that last night.
Maybe. No, you didn't. But I love it.
If you'd like to know, maybe you should join our Discord or ask to join our Discord, because that's where I can be terrible with everyone else and not have anyone come down and say,
Or just have I'd show you. That's what I do.
Yeah. I've been meaning to ask you if you want me to put Discord on your phone and get you into our
Oh,
Discord.
that'd be nice.
Okay.
Next time you're over, you have to do that.
He'll forget
It's
it.
not here. It's out in the car.
Oh, okay. No. I've been meaning, like, when I'm over there, and I'm like, well, I don't know if he'd want to.
Oh, I got shit on there. I have no idea what it is. So, yeah, another one ain't going to hurt.
He reliably knows how to find his wish.
Yeah, that's where all the kids
Someone needs to hide that.
Or disconnect it from something that makes it work.
When I was at Little Caesars earlier, old coworker of mine, she's like, "Are you ever gonna have kids, Cory?" I was like, "Oh God, no." And she's like, "Oh, so you're just gonna be like somebody's stepdad?" And I was like, "I'd rather not do that." But according to the ads in my area, she said she told me to find a local MILF. And I was like, "I've looked for them. My computer tells me they're around all the time, and I can't ever find them." And she said, "You got to look harder." And I was like, "Jesus Christ!"
Is she a local MILF?
She is not. She is a child.
Oh.
But her mother. And I want it, but like my brain was like, don't say it, Cory, don't say it, just get your pizza and leave. Just
da 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 da.
Just got to find out where the seniors are walking.
They used to walk at the mall, but I don't know if they do that still.
I think so.
There ain't much else to do in the mall.
I know.
It was. I had to deliver in there a couple of times doing DoorDash, and it was like a fucking ghost town. Like a lot of the shops were closed up, and there was like nobody in there, and I was like,
Yeah, I was in there, I don't know, a couple years ago, and like you said, it was vacant. Couple stores.
So, all right, what we're going to do is we're going to get ready and go to break. This one, I believe, is one of our newest ones. I've been distracted this week, so forgive me, but I believe this is a new one to ours because I don't remember having played it before yet. It's The Rumors. It's called Want Ya. You're also going to get the Nixons, and you're going to get Wild Street, Mother, but you're going to get the radio edit version. And the reason that you're getting the radio edit version is because it is a 6 or 7 minute song normally.
Right. So long.
Yeah.
You
So
can look it up on YouTube if
Yep.
you want to hear the full version.
But anyways, you're going to get the Rumors, the Nixons, and Wild Street. You're listening to the Odd Pod on tapdetroit.com, and we will all be back. Cory, it really is good to have you here, bud.
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you for the surprise. You
brought a smile to his
the way
face.
you all looked at me as I came down the stairs.
Well, because
you missed the conversation. We was like,
Yeah.
the door just opened.
There's
Somebody's
someone
walking
in the
through the house.
and I was like, my brother's not home yet.
We was
Looking at
looking
my
for
watch,
weapons.
I'm like, don't be naked, don't be naked. And then I'm like, now the show's starting, and Paul's here. Well, maybe there's still a chance.
We'll be back. Are you tired of incense that stinks? Motor City Candleworks is Metro Detroit's #1 source for premium handmade incense, as well as hand sanitizer and now massage oil, with a wide array of scents inspired by Michigan cities and attractions. You're sure to find a fragrance that'll keep your love of the mitten burning all year round. Head to MotorCityCandleworks.com and order yours today. And make sure you find them on Facebook, too, for all of their upcoming sales and events. Motor City Candleworks. Michigan handmade scents that just make sense.
That smell. The kind of smelly smell.
Now it's time for the Odd Pods Patreon shout-out. Big thanks to Justin Burnside for becoming a patron. We hope you enjoy our long, uncut and girthy episodes until you're fully satisfied and left shaking from laughter. For everyone else, you can join our Patreon too. Just head to patreon.com/theoddpod. Become a patron and reap the benefits today.
Spare my life.
This just in. It seems the entire planet is being overtaken by a force unlike anything we've ever seen before. Its tentacles reach across the entire globe, from Beijing to Boston, from Moscow to Madrid. There seems to be no escaping its influence. It seems life as we know it will be forever changed now that the Odd Pod has arrived. To stay up to date on all developments, and we're urging that you stay informed. You can hear the latest information about the Odd Pod by searching for it on all major podcasting platforms. Remember, we can only be as safe as we are vigilant.
Waking up to an invitation, reunion of a generation. I was never in and had no business faking my way through. Save a spot for a brand new savior, cashing in on an unclaimed favor. He was holding out, and now we see he was saving it for me and you. I thought we knew it all, I guess we had to fall before we knew how to stand up. Put me in a room with a sonic boom. I know what
Hi, this is your friendly neighborhood radio DJ Oddman. Just wanted to let you know that the Odd Pod has an official merch shop set up for all the oddities eager to get covered in a bit of odd. Or maybe you want to seduce your partner by slipping into something a little more odd.
Ooh la la.
Maybe you just want to wallpaper a room in your house with stickers, because we got them too.
I'm going to need more stickers.
You can find a link on our page via Facebook or on our page over at tapdetroit.com/The Odd Pod. So show your support and love for the Odd Pod today by picking up something from our store.
Why is the first time I've ever heard that? It's because I don't listen to the fucking show. You sent me clips. I started to listen to it one time and I left.
Boop. Gone. I don't need you to listen. You just need to share it. That's it. That's
Yeah.
all you need to do.
I got you.
Yeah. You don't even have to hit play. I'm good. In fact, most of you out there listening, if you see it, just share it. If I send it to you, just share it. You don't have to listen to it. I understand. I get it. Y'all suck.
Radio tips 101. Tell the audience they suck.
All right. So, one of the things that I came by your house and told you about, you did a little looking into yourself, as did I and on my end, and we came to the
Triple
same
P loans.
Yeah, the same conclusion. Okay, the PPP loans. All this money that the government handed out to every business under the sun, small business, big business, it didn't matter. Here, have some money.
If you could write, you could get it.
Yeah. If you had a business, there were a lot of scams, and $50 billion
A lot of money
went out, and some of those people are going to find out the hard way.
The average was between 1 million and 2.2 million as an average.
So, there's some fine print in the PPP loans. That's not really fine print. It's more ambiguous. Yeah.
Not so fine.
Yeah. Ambiguous wording. So,
a lot of it.
We have been talking about the labor shortage, and I have been speculating as to why I believe that's happening. Well, this is yet another speculation on why I believe that is happening. I do not think for 1 minute that I was wrong in the beginning, that it's people that are fed up with the way the work environment is set up and they're tired of the structure. Some of you might have great jobs where you're happy, and that's great, but that isn't the case for everybody else. And a lot of people are fed up with it and sick and tired of it. So yeah, if they don't have to jump into the fucking workforce and be employed like that, if they can be in the gig economy or whatever, great, more power to them.
But henceforth, us looking into it, we was wondering if there was a reason people ain't hiring.
Well, ain't getting jobs.
Why ain't because we got friends that are saying, we're looking, and we got employers everywhere with signs up, and then now the employees wannabe are saying, oh, well, they're not wanting to hire us. So we thought maybe it was something with the Triple P loans that, stated that, the way the money is spent or something. And then at least the more I looked into it, it's just a bunch of gibberish is what it is. It's legal jargon.
So here's the thing. There is a high possibility that because of the way the wording is in the PPP loan, if they don't rebound and they weren't able to just maintain, like if they just fell short of maintaining, that loan doesn't have to be paid back.
Oh my God.
Right.
Why did we not do this?
Yeah, we can fail. We're good at that.
So good.
Yeah, I've been failing hard for years.
So fucking hard.
There is somebody I know that was trying to get me to do the PPP loan application, and I started to.
Can we still do it?
No.
Damn.
And then it hit a roadblock, and I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I don't care. I wasn't counting on it. I wasn't expecting it. It felt sketchy and hinky to me to begin with. And when I talked to the person, they were like, well, yeah, you got to tell them you're an agricultural business. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I am not an agricultural business. No.
But we could be.
No.
It's Michigan.
Shut up. I wasn't in Michigan at that point. And no, there's no way, shape, or form am I rolling the dice and hoping to not get caught by frauding the government. No.
I thought what was strange about it was talking about how that the loan is to cover payroll shortages because the work ain't there, people ain't coming to your business. If you can maintain your employees, this is what this money is for. Keep your employees working, and here's the money to pay them. We understand you're not making any money.
Yep.
And as long as that money was spent for that, the loan doesn't have to be paid back. But when it first came out, there was a stipulation that 75% of the money that was loaned to them had to go for payroll of the employees that they had on staff at that time. And it was pretty specific that said, at this time. So, now, what if 5 of those, say you got 20 employees, 5 quit, and you've replaced them with 5 more? According to the wording, those people ain't qualified for that money. So, do you got to pay it back now? Or just part of it back now? Or the way it's worded, it doesn't really say. And then it changed it. Then after they started passing out the money, then they went from you can spend 25% of it on upkeep of your building. Then they changed it to 40%. Only 60% of it has to be spent on payroll, and 40% can be spent on other things, but as long as it's business oriented. But they're switching the rules as it's going, and then the whole thing is worded so ridiculously that it could mean anything.
Well, and we're not saying that that's not the case. There's always going to be that. You're not wrong, Cory's boss. I'm not saying the rest of it. He said people don't want to earn anything. They want it handed to them, and they want more handed to them than they prove themselves to be worth. And there are those out there. But I don't think that that's just the case here. That's the easiest way to just dismiss whatever's going on, is people are lazy. And it's not just that people are lazy. Now, you happen to be in a industry that a lot of people aren't interested in anymore. Nobody really wants to go do a fucking warehouse job.
Hey.
What?
I do.
Fine.
By the way, my work's hiring.
Yeah.
People do whatever they have to make a living.
Yes, but with a choice, look, if you give me the choice of a warehouse job or do DoorDash and Instacart and whatnot, and I've seen what money I can make there, there's no reason for me to go to a fucking warehouse job.
Right.
I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm pushing 40, and I put in those years beating up my body and fucking putting myself through the ringer early on. I just don't want to do it at this point anymore if I don't have to. And that's the thing with the gig economy. You don't have to. If you're a freelancer or you're willing to cart people or groceries or food, there's a way for you to earn and make money.
Yeah.
And a lot of people went to that when the pandemic hit. They went to the gig economy because, jobs were shutting down, call centers, warehouses, everything was shut down for a while. They had to find a way to keep the lights on. And it was before the money even really started being handed out. So they realized that there are different ways. I don't know if they're better, but there are different ways than what we have come to realize.
Yeah, what concerns me, though, is the wording of the whole thing and how it was done. That they could come back on these small businesses, the ones that have actually made it through this pandemic and is still in business. Now these guys could come back and say, hey, according to Section C, double D, quadruple C, you got to pay us back.
Yeah, and I think a lot of places may have those hiring signs up, but they're not hiring people for reasons that could be to maintain to not have to pay that back. I fear is that corporate America's greed, coupled with the fact that people are fed up, with the constant of people are lazy, is going to create a terrible tanking of our economy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that might add to it, but
we've been doing a good job trying to tank it on our own.
All right, the pandemic is definitely helping with that too.
I don't even
which is great because
talk about our leadership.
Let it burn, right?
Yeah, at this point, I'm ready. Just let it fucking burn.
Let it burn. See what grows.
Yep. I don't care. I don't care who it takes out in the process. If it takes me out, fine. Fuck it. I want to let it burn.
Look at every country that our country has destroyed. They're fucking doing great because we give them a bunch of money afterwards, right?
Who's gonna wait? So, the thing is if we burn ourselves, there's nobody to give us a bunch of money afterwards.
Yeah, nobody coming to our aid.
I know, and this is where all of us Fallout fans get to like really rejoice because I've been saving bottle caps.
I'm ready. I got a shit ton
I
of
drink
bottle
pop
caps.
every day.
Did you? Speaking of Fallout and video games in general, did you see anything of E3 or no?
No,
Yeah.
I always mean to, and then
You
sometimes
didn't miss much.
I do.
Yeah,
But
E3 was kind of disappointing this year.
I think the last 2 or 3 years has been kind of disappointing.
Yeah. If Xbox and the Microsoft showcase was not bad. I didn't see PlayStation's. Nintendo's was just a bunch of, hey, here's 30-year-old games and a couple of Pokemon ripoffs. Have fun.
Yeah, Nintendo's kind of like repositioned themselves to be like the active gamer style, family oriented, which to be fair, okay. PlayStation's dominated the market. I was a little excited to see the Xbox Bethesda hand in hand thing that they got going on.
Why?
But
Microsoft bought Bethesda.
Yeah, I know, but like that's what also scares me because like, damn it.
So far, it would appear, and this is what I'm thinking happened. So Bethesda wanted to release Starfield. They've been working on it for 25 years, they say. It's next generation. It's everything that about it is bigger and better. Bethesda is the same company that did Fallout, which is the game that we were talking about.
I played Fallout.
Yeah, so like Bethesda knows how to tell a good story and produce a decent game, but they always have problems with glitches, and there were a lot of them when they did 76, and I think 76 was on the cusp of where the hardware limitations for what they were trying to do with Starfield were really starting to hinder them. By Microsoft buying them, they gave them more money and more resources to be able to pump into the game to push it forward. 76 has gotten more playable. I haven't touched it in a while just because I kind of was like, after it fell apart.
The stuff that they announced at E3 for 76 looked really good. It did.
Huda said kinda is an understatement, my friend. There was some good stuff, but yeah, underwhelming. PlayStation didn't have a conference. Oh, okay.
That's why you didn't see it.
Coming later, they are not part of E3 anymore.
Oh.
They're doing their own later.
That sounds like Sony.
We're
gonna do it on our own.
Yeah, they went all elitist, like, we don't need you.
But they can do that.
Well, they pumped enough money into fucking advertising. Because I'm going to tell you what, I don't know if PlayStation is the more popular fucking console, but they definitely paid a shit ton of money for advertising, so anybody who was anybody was just talking about PlayStation.
So I don't know how it is now, but PlayStation's old business strategy was you're going to take a loss for X amount of years, and then they make a lot of profit. And it was working for them. But, like, they spend a lot of money on advertising, like you said. They spend a lot of money on locking up big titles for a year or more or whatever into just being solely a PlayStation release. So they have the games, they have the better system, and quite frankly, they're winning.
I don't like what I've been reading that the Xbox has done. Like, my understanding of what I'm seeing, I'm not a fan of. So part of the Xbox Next Gen big deal is that they've switched to a solid state drive, okay, as opposed to a regular hard drive. So your regular hard drive spins, and the faster it spins, the better it is. A solid state drive is head and shoulders above a regular hard drive.
Yeah.
Their new games, the ones enhanced for the Series X, will not run off of a normal hard drive. So yes, you can still stick any hard drive you want up to your Xbox, and it can hold your older games and whatnot as long as they haven't been optimized to run with those better graphics. The problem we're running into now is storage space. So the Series X comes with a 1 terabyte hard drive. You get about 820 of that after operating system and everything it needs to run. 820 gigs. Games, especially AAA games, are getting massive.
That's because of the developers of the game. That's their side of the war. I'm going to make this game huge so that you have to make a decision between my game or their game.
Yeah.
That's on them. That's not on...
Xbox is selling a 1 terabyte memory card that you can plug into the back of your Xbox.
Yeah.
The Series X. It's a solid state memory card.
Flash drives are solid states also. Essentially. Yeah.
It's a $217 price tag for that memory stick.
Damn.
And again, you just get your own flash drive.
As long as you can get a solid state that'll run.
Yeah, you can.
Because
see, like, okay, so Microsoft loves to do this. Let's brand let's take something that's readily available to everybody, put our logo on it, and upcharge it. Why? You know, for the people like that don't know for the mom and dad that's like, oh, my son needs this. It's Xbox. Here you go. When all you have to do is go get a flash card, external hard drive, whatever, plug it in, you're good to go.
As long
it
as
has to meet a certain speed requirement.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Rate, but that's fine. That's
as long as those are cheaper, because I don't want to fucking. This is indicative of my whole problem with the fucking gaming industry at this point. Is I miss the days when you paid your $50-$60, whatever it was, and you got the fucking game, and that was it. They were done. Unless they released a new fucking game, they weren't in your goddamn pocket.
I got the game, and now the reader quit reading, so then I had to buy the digital version.
Well, you also have an Xbox that you run in.
SmackDown? Enjoy. I think it's SmackDown. Friday night. Yeah.
Oh, he just stole our whole audience.
No, I know. On PUBG, there's about 75% of the players on PUBG that I play are PlayStation.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been underwhelmed with the whole gaming industry and what they've been doing, and it's been breaking my heart as someone who does love to game, because it's just
all about the money.
Yeah, and I know it was like that before, you know. I get that, but the tactics that they're taking to get that money at this point, I'm not.
It went from who can make the best game to who can charge the most.
Yeah. I don't need every game to be Battle Royale. I don't need it to have to be online. I don't need it to have multiplayer. Like, it's been a good long while since there's been a solid single-player, story-driven game. Everybody's just like, yes, you can play with your friends. You know what? I've got a ton of games I can play with my friends. I don't always want to play with my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I go back and forth. I really like competitive gaming with my friends, but all of my... I work third shift, so I lost all of those groups. So I just make new friends online, you know? Find a toxic lobby, meet a couple other assholes, we join up, boom, here we go. This is my 6 a.m. crew, you know? I like it, but I do play a lot of just chill games on my own. Single player, venture games with a good story, good artwork. It's nice. I think it's because I'm getting older.
I got into Red Redemption, but besides that, no.
Red Dead's so fun. Yeah. And they have a good online that's full of toxic players.
and you know, that right there is part of the reason why I just don't want to deal with the online. Is like, unless I'm in a party chat with my friends, I don't put my fucking headset on. I don't want to fucking talk to some jagoff on the game unless it's a jagoff that I enjoy talking to.
Somebody I know.
Right.
Thanks for checking out the Odd Pod. If you want to hear the whole show, consider becoming a patron of our Patreon. Head to patreon.com/The Odd Pod. We're also all over social media like an STI that won't wash off. Head to tapdetroit.com/The Odd Pod to follow us today. We're already following you, and you forgot to buy milk.